Hello and welcome back to Cruising Off Duty. As you know, we're in a series right now where we're at the Annapolis Sailboat Show and we're going through different catamarans, looking at them to see if they'd be a good option for us in the future as a full-time live-aboard boat. Each episode stands on its own about one catamaran. Our very first episode was the Naisna 50, followed by the Lagoon 380, followed by the Lagoon 40. And in the last episode, we covered the Lagoon 42, and we're getting pretty close to the right size for what we consider a full-time live-aboard catamaran in terms of size. This episode is exciting because we're going on to the Lagoon 450, which last year was sort of voted by us to be our favorite production catamaran in terms of layout and size. That's about the perfect size for us. Now, everybody's different. Some people can live with less, some people will want more, so stay tuned for that. But there is something also that's been commented in the previous episodes is I'm not talking about price. And here's the problem with these big production catamaran builders. If you went to a salesperson and said, what does this cat cost? They will quote you the basic factory cost with no options. And there are a ton of options you're gonna need to live on a boat. You're gonna need generators, water makers, lots of solar, maybe a wind generator, maybe the more modern lithium-ion batteries to run everything. So much stuff that you'll need to add on later, and the cost of those are unknown to me. So I don't wanna quote you a price. I mean, there's a large range of not only options you could put on, but the quality of each option. Like, how good of a water maker do you want? How good of a generator do you want? How much solar do you want? So I didn't want to mislead you, but here's the best thing I can do for you. If you go on Yacht World and punch in any model, in this case the 450, you're going to have a few options. You're going to have the 450F, which is the flybridge model, and that's an extra option, and that is the model you're going to see in this episode. And then there's a 450S, which is the sport seat model, and that's the one that Janice and I prefer, the sport seat, and you'll hear about why in this episode. But there's so many different price ranges. If you get the 2019 one, they don't tell you the price on this thing. They say call for information, but you can find out the 2018 models that are just barely used and get a ballpark for that. And as you can see, if you look at the older 450s, they're in the low $400,000 range. With these are pre-owned, so they'll have some options already put on. And then you get into the 2018s and they're pushing more like 560, 570,000. Again, these are different models. Some are charter versions, some are owner's versions. We want an owner's version, so we would pay a premium for that because if somebody's owned it, it probably hasn't been used and abused like a charter cat. There's just a big wide range of what you'll pay for one of these cats, either new or used, so look into it, but that's the reason we haven't been giving you an exact price on these catamarans. So now with all of that business out of the way, let's check out this 450F that's at the Annapolis show in 2018. All right, welcome back to Cruising Off Duty. We are about to get on to our favorite Lagoon from last year, the Lagoon 450. Now this is a F, 450F, a flybridge, as you can see up there. We actually prefer the 450S, which is the sport seat, which is the ones where the seat's halfway up, so you're still part of the back salon. So
I realize like the flybridge, it gives you more area, I guess more footage,
more
total footage of area, but I don't like the separation. It's just the two of us going to be the bulk of the time.
Want to be around each other.
Yeah, let's at least be within shouting distance and stick together in the same plane of the boat. Yeah.
So stay tuned, we're going to go check it out now. First we have the outdoor salon. It is really much bigger, although I'm hopefully
sure they can replace that.
That table doesn't seem the right size for this area. I'm sure there's a lot of the boats have an option where there's two tables. There's this one you can bolt on and then it raises up and you can put a full seated table. I'm pretty sure that must be going on here too. And then this is the flybridge version. So you have a little more outdoor seating. So you've got this big, huge.
And the big lie down.
Yeah.
You could have 50 people up here at one time.
Yeah, for sure. And now you've got outdoor seating here too.
Yes, that's right.
This is the one reason, reminding myself why we love this boat so much. So you've got outdoor seating in the front, outdoor seating on top, extra seating in the helm. Yeah, this is definitely the reason we love this boat so much. And now you got princess seats that actually look like full-size butt seats. Hey, they're not little itty-bitty seats. Yeah. They're getting closer to full-size seats.
Yeah, closer than big enough for my butt.
Now they still have the cheaper like rope trampolines, not the flat pieces of cloth or whatever that were easier on the feet. Step down on it. And then let's drop this down underneath and see what it looks like for a bridge deck clearance. So there's Janice on the...
Quite comfortable. My bum is fully...
fully supported. Awesome. Yeah. You feel safe too? You're not hanging off the front?
I got a sturdy system.
Yeah, awesome. Now the hatches, except for this one, are recessed too, which is nice. This hatch you could stub your toe on, but these ones are all recessed into the deck, which is a nice feature, so you don't bang your toe. And still, there's plenty of room for solar. I'm sure that's an add-on, but yeah, soft solar panels can be all over this walking area. All right, so this is the helm. Let's go up here and check it out. Wow, super fancy. Super fancy and a lot of space to sit. Good vantage points. Now the problem with the flybridge is now there's only one person down low who jumps off on the dock to tie up.
Yeah.
Person up here is kind of out of commission.
Yeah.
Takes too long to get down here.
Yeah. With just two of us, it would not work for me at all.
Yeah, but it is nice.
Version, yeah. Oh, it's very nice.
You do. I think you pay extra for the flybridge version because of all this extra seating area.
Yeah.
So you're getting a whole other area to enjoy.
Whole entire bimini, really.
Yeah. Now this is a soft bimini. We've always found that with the flybridge, you don't get the hard bimini. With the sports seat one, you get that.
Yeah.
Like a hard bimini, like that one over there. See?
That's a bigger, better.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
But anyway.
It is a flybridge and it has a hard bimini. So there you go. But I know on the sports seat one, you do get a hard bimini over your.
I want one. I want a two-step up to the wheel. I don't want to have to climb a whole staircase to the wheel, and I want to be within shouting distance. We want to be able to communicate.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have to come up 2 flights of stairs if I'm down below and I need to tell them something. I want to just peek out, go up the stairs just to the main cabin and peek out.
But it is nice getting all the seating.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see inside. The galley, you tell me what you like and don't like.
So the galley on this one is not as nice as the one we were doing. It's very hard.
But there is 2 sinks.
Oh, 2 sinks. Okay.
And this is raised, so any fluid that ends up on your counter doesn't end up on the floor. So that's nice.
Yeah. The corners are what I appreciate.
I'm sure this is an option. You can probably get different color counters.
I do love the white I do love the sitting area.
Close to land.
Big, square, nice cushions.
Oh my god,
The windows again are huge and unobstructed. It's got the biggest, fastest windows of any production cat by far.
Let's go.
I like this too. I like this location for the navigation.
Yeah, it is a nice location.
Out of the way, it has a little dedicated seat that you can move in and out. It's not fixed.
wow.
And it's facing forward.
You got good views all the way around. Spots to put all your stuff that doesn't slide around. So down here, this is the back. This is the back cabin on the non-owner's version.
It's pretty spacious though. It's got a lot going on in this hallway.
So you have access on both sides
It's a
of the
good
bed.
sized berth. It's got a huge window. Again, it's very bright. There's a lot of windows.
No, they got that mesh stuff
3
on the
windows
glass.
and a hatch. Oh.
Yeah. They've got the mesh on the window, which I don't know if I love because it kind of takes away some of your light. But
Probably an option to not include it.
okay, so this is the head. It's got its own separate shower, which is nice, and an electric flush toilet, and a decent size square sink. Awesome. So that's very good for a non-owner side. Okay, so this is the forward cabin.
So good access on this side and a pretty good sized berth.
Decent sized berth. Yeah, it's not a full queen, obviously, but it's decent.
Storage
enough.
underneath, storage here, there.
So storage underneath here, storage here, and a decent amount of light. Again, I don't love the mesh covering over the glass because
Yeah, they don't all have that. I'm sure you can get glass without that.
But this is an older model, right? So they might have thought that was what people wanted. So this is the, so you get a separate shower. So that's what you're getting in the 450 versus the 42. You get a separate shower in both cabins on this port side of the boat with an electric toilet. Okay, and yeah, decent amount of storage. Okay, let's go see the owner's side. Hopefully it's an owner's side. So this is an owner's version. You can tell because of all the cabinetry here. Oh, very big down here. Huge down here.
Wow, it is big.
So you've got...
Using the settee that I love.
Yeah, there's no settee. We'll start back here. So this is the owner's version bed. It's like the other one on the other side. You got access on both sides. It's exactly like the other bedroom. The same window layout with the mesh on it. But this is where it looks voluminous.
I feel like there should be a couch.
There should be a couch or something here. It just seems like there's way too much hallway space, but it is what it is.
I want a couch. But I'm sure you didn't include it. I'm sure it's
and then you get a really big head. Because now you don't have a bedroom on this side, so now you get this massive head.
Very nice.
And its own separate shower, of course. And lots more cabinet space than you get with the other.
The counter, at least, is not just fiberglass. You know, it's an actual countertop of some kind. Not like super fancy, but lots of storage here. Lots of shelves. Oh, that's something.
So, without going through everybody's personal stuff, what do you think of the inside?
I do like the layout and stuff. Obviously, the sharp corner thing, and this is paper to me.
Upstairs in the galley is not sharp cornered though. Upstairs in the Is it?
It was, yeah. It's the other boat that had the nice rounded
you're
corners.
right.
The finishings in the other one were prettier.
the
But I'm
42.
sure hopefully there is an option to move this one. Sure.
Definitely bigger. Feels bigger.
Definitely bigger.
Yeah.
And this cabin is huge, but it's kind of barren. It is a little bland. It's missing some furnishings here that could have been included. So.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we just got off the Lagoon 450F, the flybridge version. What did you think, Janice?
Very, very nice. Very good.
What did you like and what did you not like?
I liked many things, but again, it had the same papery finishes. I can't, I should just stop bringing it up. That's just the way things are now, and I need to accept that. If it's a new boat, it's got very
laminate.
faux laminate. Not even laminate. It's not laminate. Laminate is like
painted picture of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the layout, I love the layout on the outside. I love it's big in the back and the outdoor salon.
Yeah.
You have that seating area in the front, which is amazing.
And the princess seats are just...
Princess seats are the right size. But the inside, there's two things, which is what we want.
Yeah, two things. Bigger microwave.
Yeah.
Everything about it's great except for the sharp corners for some reason on this one, where the other one had rounded corners. So I guess it must, hopefully it's a choice that you don't have to be stuck with these sharp corners. That I just don't know why you bothered, why you do that.
It's the style choice, but that's what they went with, is the Euro sharp corners. We kind of like the rounded. The 42, which is actually a newer boat, they've gone back to rounded.
Yeah.
So maybe there's hope. I talked to somebody from Lagoon, it's 450 because if it's a 3-digit, it's an older model. If it's a 2-digit, it's a newer generation. Okay. So the 450 is going to be replaced soon by a Lagoon 46. There won't be a 450 anymore soon. So when they do change it, maybe they'll go like the 42 and go back to rounded edges on like salon tables and cabinetry, and then we'll like them.
When you know it's artificial wood and the sharp corners, it just
seems
like
cheap.
It's IKEA to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we have an IKEA near our house, and I've gone through a lot of IKEA furniture in my life, and that's what it feels like. And it's like
for sure. But overall, good layout. Just a little bit of cosmetic changes would be appreciated by us. So.
Oh, I was very disappointed that there was limited kind of furnishings in the master cabin. That was huge. And like it was very
Owner's
big.
version's big, but
it was just a big desk.
Yeah.
Like there was with a chair.
Yeah,
there should have been a settee.
Should be a couch down there.
It's
just a big massive hallway.
Then it didn't feel like that's like a lack of. It feels more luxurious when you have your own little couch in your own little room.
Yeah.
Because then if we have a ton of guests, I'm one who needs a lot of peace and quiet sometimes and time to myself. And if we have a ton of guests, I want to hang out in my master cabin for a while. And
there's nowhere to sit other than your bed. Awesome. No, that's a good point. So the next boat we're going to check out in the next episode is this big one beside us. It's the Lagoon 50. And as you can see from just the 2 digits, it's one of the new evolutions of the Lagoons for that size. And it'll be something we can compare a 50-foot Lagoon to our favorite boat, if money was no option, which is the 50-foot Exquisite X5. So it'll be about the same size, so we'll see what we think. And we'll let you know. So that'll be next episode. Talk to you then. So you can look forward to that in the next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If so, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button beside it so that you're notified when the next episode is up. There are tons and tons of catamarans in the future. Some of them I'm showing you on the screen right now. Some of note is we really like the Majestic 530, we like the Mavic 400, and we like the Exquisite X5, but there are plenty of other boats we like as well. So hopefully you stay tuned for that. So until next time, this is Craig signing off, wishing you safe cruising.